Hey everyone, back for another video today. I thought I would show you, as you look at producing or using software that helps you produce books for KDP or Barnes & Noble or your own website, remember, never lock yourself into just KDP. Yes, they have a lot of volume, they do a lot of sales, but it's also highly saturated, highly competitive, and you do not own the customer. Just a caveat, always make sure you've got a channel that's all your own where you're collecting your own emails. And so we'll delve more into that later. But for now, I wanted to make a video about how do you figure out what style you would like to do and how you want to get that done. So the very first thing that I wanted to focus on is coloring books because they're fun. They're playful. You can do kids, teens, adults, seniors. You could take an angle of therapy, for stress management, relaxation, creativity with drawing, for tracing books, etc. The world is your oyster, but you really need to figure out where you want to focus. It's easier going into this to not throw everything at the wall, but really think about what you will want to put your time and effort into that still has sales velocity. So, I wanted to just take a few minutes to show you Amazon. If I just type in coloring books for adults, there are over 60,000. Great. That means there's demand. Doesn't mean everybody's buying all 60,000 or more, but it just means there's demand, so people are posting books. Now, what I like to do is just go down and say, what do I actually want to focus on? Do I want to focus on, of course, you want to focus on paperback. That gets us down another 10,000. You just see how I'm coming down here, looking. Now, book series. Do you want this to be cozy, bold and easy? Do you want a cozy girl vibe? Do you want bold and easy? Cozy is the big thing right now. You can also look at popular authors already and try to understand if that's what you want to do. I like to take it a little bit deeper, not by focusing on adults. I like to type in coloring books and then see what pops up in my suggestion expander. That's an extension in my browser. If you want a video on how to do that, let me know. But from here, what I'm looking at is what other keywords are people searching for that we could leverage to use to do some research. I think I want to focus on coloring books, cozy. Okay, just over 10,000. This is better. I'm getting down into a smaller niche, a smaller market. And then you just kind of look through these, get an understanding of what other sellers are doing. It's going to help you understand. You could want to design coloring books that are nothing but wiener dogs or just dogs in general. What about a camping theme? You could be a publisher of camping themed books. This one's kind of odd looking, and I try not to click on anything that says sponsored because this means other sellers are having to pay because you clicked on their ad. So it's just not, just want to respect other sellers or publishers. So cozy corners and cozy cute, these are all very, very popular and very, very saturated. I can show you that right here. Cozy corner. It looks like that keyword is not too bad, actually. I stand corrected. So let's see. It is dominated by Coco and I think Triva. Maybe it's just Coco dominating this keyword. Very interesting. I haven't looked at this one in a while. So you'll see this one actually has some demand. Now I have a tool that helps me look at these and understand what is actually selling the best. So I can get into that later. But for right now, just focus. What do you want your style to be? Do you want it to be cozy? You might actually want it to be patterns. These are a little more popular, but again, you can niche this down. So do you want comfy, cozy, bold and easy? These people are doing cute. So let's do cozy. Okay, here's our cozies. Still over 10,000 using this keyword exactly. Again, you need to focus on the style first. So you see there is plenty of demand here for patterns just as well. So once you get into this and you find a book that really kind of catches your eye and you're like, you know what, I think I might want to do that style, then what I want you to do is click on it. So let's pick on, oh, they're sponsored again. I don't want to do Coco YU just because it's so popular. You can't compete against someone that popular. You can make a complimentary or a new twist, but let's not try to compete with them exactly. This one's kind of interesting. It's not just your straight up patterns. It's cute patterns with little additives in there. I like these. So I like to read the sample, see how they lay out the book. This is absolutely adorable. Then I see if they did any A+ content. And she did. So this gives you more of an internal view. And these are absolutely adorable. I think for these, you might have a better chance if you're into patterns. So then I like to look at products related to this item, so I can kind of get an understanding if anyone's doing something similar. You just start going through. It's just, all you're doing right now is just browsing. Just browse. This one's cute. It's got different elements as well as this one. So why don't we now, one of my next favorite things to do is click on the author, go to all books, and see exactly, she's got 54 titles, and let's see where she's putting her focus. Her focus is fairly simple coloring, patterns, cute and cozy. When you go down, you'll see some of her older books. On the bottom, they'll have the books that are not selling as frequently. You can also resort these. See, right now it defaults to popularity. You can change it to publication date as well. There's a lot of good ideas in here. I would really take this and use this method to really hone in on your style. There are some who may want to do grayscale coloring. This is not as saturated. It's an interesting take because at some point the trend and the styles are going to change, which is why I want you to focus on what you want to produce. I want you to find your corner in the market. So this one has over 2,000. Great. Means there's lower demand, but there's still demand. So you could do your research here and decide you want to do fantasy grayscale coloring books, or you want to be the cottage core grayscale coloring books as well. Really, really find your niche. This is a good author here. They do a great amount of volume in grayscale coloring. So it would be good to come here. Again, you do not want to copy her and you do not want to compete with her, but it would be interesting to see how she lays out her pages, lays out her covers, and just kind of walk through what these look like. Anyway, I hope this helps you on your journey to find your desire. If this does not, you're still stuck. You might be on paralysis because you've got too many options. One of the things I like to do to go to ChatGPT or you can go to Claude, or you can go to Gemini. It's whatever tool you have. Do not go buy a new one, but simply go to your AI program and ask simple questions so you can have a conversation. And that could be something to the effect of, I am looking to start state where you want to publish it. Most people do KDP, so I'll do KDP and my own author website. And so what I want you to do is challenge grayscale cottage coloring books, all for adults. Give me an in-depth market analysis to help me narrow this down. And you want to narrow it down to what? One of the biggest questions is you want to narrow this down to achieve best results for generating what? What do you want to generate? Do you want to generate sales? Do you want to generate income? I'm just going to say sales instead of royalties. So sales is the revenue from the sale, not what you make once all the expenses are done. So you want to generate sales of, let's just say $3,000 a month. And then hit enter. Let it start thinking. Let it come up with ideas for you. It is really good at brainstorming. Now, keep in mind that most AI programs are just going to agree with you. So you have to challenge it, and you need to really ask it questions for clarifications. You need to really steer it into not just agreeing with you, but challenge the status quo of its research. So you'll see this is going to automatically go out. Find, it does not have actual sales stats, but it will be able to generate an analysis on the offerings versus annual sales for that platform, and then really come up with what the AI's opinion is based on data that it has access to only. So while it's still going through, I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel, but also ask questions. If you place comments on my videos with some ideas or walkthroughs that you'd like to see, I'd love to help you. I do a lot with Canva, Adobe, as well as another ebook creator, Color Bliss, also Nuri Creator. Also, just in general, I have individual programs that I use for software, and then I download that data and put it into Claude or any other platform in AI to help me design better elements for the book. So I'd love to help you guys out. All these videos, I am not going to charge anybody for anything. All these videos are to help you feel comfortable using tools. So even if you need to see how to use AI to help you write an email response to a very complicated scenario, I'm happy to help do that. You just put a comment in the box and let me know. Now this is taking a while because I have asked it to do a lot. So let's just give it another minute here. While that's going on, I can also show you how I like to look at, there we go, where is the customers bought? Okay, here we go. Customers also viewed is a gold mine on Amazon. I do product business as well on Amazon, not just books. So when I look at this, I like to do it on the product side as well. What are other people viewing? Okay, they came to this listing, but for some reason they clicked on another listing. So what about these other books might be more appealing? So as I go through this, I'm just trying to find something that catches my eye. This one's interesting. Classic Folk Tales. Same author as well. Let's see if we can get a read sample. It's interesting feet. Okay, so this is an 8.5 by 11, it looks like. These do look like they're created with AI, but that's okay. They've been cleaned up nicely. Interesting. 6 drops a month on the conservative side. I've usually found that tool, you could probably double that. Yeah, these are actually really nice pages. I can see why people have gone to them. Lightly shaded. Most people do like lightly shaded when you're looking at this particular niche. It's clear, but generic, cute, and cozy rooms is brutally. Yep. So see how it's coming up with the same thing that I've basically noticed. It's crowded. You got to figure out what part of the space you want to live in. So she's doing 60 coloring pages, and so when I've produced books, I do have hand-drawn books and I have AI books. I am a fan of AI as long as it's done right. AI, when you use this for your books, you really need to make sure you're putting out good quality. Otherwise, your book will get extremely bad reviews. So please do not just put out garbage. Oh, I just noticed she's got 30 in volume 1 and 30 in volume 2. So she's actually promoting that you buy both to get 60 pages. That's really how you should be using A+ content. It's a great idea. Another item when you're doing this research, once you've figured out your space, I'm going to give you this other tidbit while that's still going. Look here. You want to see the book size? And this is independently published. So this ISBN is Amazon's. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so see how, what I like about this is it's going to it's going to give me what it feels the best thing is, and this is where you need to go back and challenge it. There is money, but generic. So what I like to say is, let's just pick something here to go back. So seasonal potential. Let's just say with seasonal potential, which seasons have the most sales? Keep asking it questions until you feel like you've got the research down. Oh, it's still going. Look at me. I'm just getting ahead of myself. And just keep asking it questions after you read. I'm not going to read through the entire thing. I've already got my niche. So if you want to go back, keep asking it questions, keep digging into this research. Again, I like to use both methods. I do my manual research and then I go to ChatGPT and really kind of suss out the details. But you can just keep doing this until you've satisfied and you feel comfortable about what style and genre you want to jump into with coloring books. I hope this was helpful. Again, leave comments and under the video, subscribe, and I'll be doing more snippets of just very foundational elements to help you feel comfortable publishing books on any platform you would like to as a self publisher.